Reddit or any of the If you've been on Reddit or any of the several discords for Pokemon Duel and asked about deck building, you no doubt had somebody mention something about deck synergy. But what is deck synergy? Well, Wikipedia defines synergy as the creation of a whole that is greater than the simple sum of its parts. The term synergy comes from an Attic Greek word meaning working together. This is breakfast synergy. Bacon, eggs, pancakes. Doesn't get much better than that. Probably the most obvious example of synergy in a Pokemon Duel deck is a Cosmo Deck. If you think about it, Deoxys' speed is not all that great on its own. Deoxys' defense, while tough to knock out, doesn't have a whole lot of ability that creates it to be a figure to fear, unless it's next to a Koba. And then Deoxys' attack form is a good figure as a standalone, but where it really thrives is being able to switch out the matchups. Another pretty obvious example of synergy in Pokemon Duel is with the release of Taboo Cocoa. Now, Taboo Cocoa, while you are on your turn, is going to give your electric type Pokemon a plus 30 buff. That's going to keep Zapdos around in the meta for a long time, simply because by now most people have, there's a bee flying around me, and I hate bees. Because most people have chain levels on their Zapdos now, the ability to hit for 130 plus up to 140 with Taboo Cocoa on the field is a very powerful attacker. That is a great synergy. But does a deck need synergy in order to be effective? I'm going to put that to a test because I have a deck with no synergy. What I did is I put together a deck of Mew, Blaziken, Deoxys A, Sableye, Taboo Cocoa, and Solgaleo, where there is no synergy. In fact, the reason why I chose this deck is because, in my opinion, these are the best Pokemon in the game at what they do. For example, if I'm thinking I have one roll, I have to land a gold, who do I want? I want Mew. It has the largest gold attack in the game. I think it's very debatable as far as Blaziken goes, but to me, the purple is the best purple in the game, and you know that I think in order for a purple to be the best, it has to have a displacement value to it. So you could have Lugia's 4-star Cyclone, which is really good, but in my opinion, I will sacrifice 1 star in order to send the opponent to the PC. With that being said, there are several strong candidates for best purple. You could have Heatran. It burns and it displaces even if you're on a corner. That's very good. Also, Mewtwo, the Psycho Shove that moves everybody in a straight line out of the way, is really strong. I like Malmar Sleep. Even though Taboo Cocoa is very meta right now, I still think that it is a really good attack. Deoxys A has the best white attack. It is the largest white attack there is, and you wouldn't be wrong if you said Solgaleo is a better white attacker, but in my opinion, I want the 57 or the 55 or whatever, the 50 plus white wheel with the ability to respin. Sableye and Taboo Cocoa I think are the best at support pieces right now. Sableye is very difficult to knock out, and then in my opinion the best goalie in the game right now is Solgaleo. With all that being said, I put this deck together and I want to see if it can compete in league play without any synergy. Okay, so for my opponent we have Charizard, Terrakion, Grovyle, Sceptile, Zapdos, Heatran, and Deoxys attack form. I'm going to go ahead and open with Mew onto my back line. Just want to set up, want to see where my opponent decides to go. He wants to put tracking out, which is just fine, because I'm going to put Blaziken to match up since Blaziken has no blue wheel slice. He counters with his Deoxys attack form, and I do have the chain level on him, so I'm going to take the bear match there. Now, his Grovyle has 4 chain levels. That's why I decided to put Solgaleo there, is to combat those chain levels if need be. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and attack his Tracheon. I'll take that. Obviously, it was a knockout. So I took my Mew and I fronted up against Zapdos. Mew is a pretty decent matchup against Zapdos. Okay, so now, depending on which Charizard, and he has Y, so I'm in a world of hurt here. The only play I can make is to put Sableye there. That way, when he triggers his evolution, if he wants to surround either of my Pokemon, then he's going to get knocked out as well. And I don't think he's going to give up his Mega Charizard just for a surround, and maybe I was wrong. That seems pretty wasteful, but okay. I wouldn't recommend doing that with a Mega. Although I guess from his point of view, he captures my Blaziken. That's interesting to me that it registered his Blaziken getting surrounded, or his Charizard getting surrounded before my Blaziken, which is actually pretty advantageous for him because his Charizard is in his PC before my Blaziken. So I'm actually going to have to knock out 2 of his Pokemon in order to get my Blaziken back. We're going to look to avoid slipping here. Perfect. And I finally get my Blaziken back. I'm going to use Bright Powder because if I get knocked out, I don't want him to re-roll whatever 200 plus damage he just rolled. And I guess that was pretty dumb, seeing as how I have a built-in bright powder. Not a good play. I really need to start figuring out a way to pressure his goal here. I haven't even made an attempt. Not for lack of trying. Been going for the kill here. Should be okay. Flying types get +10, huh? Gonna double chance again with Blaziken. If it doesn't work out, then he gets surrounded. Definitely gonna go after Charizard one more time. So now all I need is to survive. I would say that rolling Cyclone Kick is going to guarantee a victory. Cyclone Kick is no longer good. I don't know what we need. We need him to slip. All of our good work undone. That was a really nice roll. Perfect, perfect. Let me know what you think in the comments below or head over to my Discord. Does a deck have to have synergy in order to work? Obviously, I was playing an opponent that was ranked significantly lower than I was, but I still think the deck works out really well. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Think about synergy, no synergy. What roles do your different Pokemon fill when you're building your deck? And until next time.